Welcome to Paranormal Night Shift, your home for all things that go bump in the dark and your fan stories told here. Why are we so afraid of the unknown? Stories of sea monsters and cryptids, krakens and megalodons still existing. These stories are all legends, right? Fairy tales. Just old fishing tales. But what if, just maybe, there's more that we don't know? This story comes from John, and truly has you thinking, do we know everything there is to know? Night was dark and stormy. The waves crashed against the rocks, and the wind howled like a banshee. Our lone fishing boat was the only thing in the water. All of our occupants trembled, huddled together in fear, when suddenly a massive creature rose out of the water. It was the size of a whale, with long, sharp, spear-like teeth and glowing yellow eyes. The creature roared, and the fishermen all screamed in terror. The creature swiped its tail at the boat, sending all the fishermen into the water. The creature was massive and hunted them down, devouring them one by one, except for one sole survivor, John. John was not going to go down without a fight. John watched, one by one, as all of his friends were killed. But he refused to go down without a fight. He knew that he would be next. He grabbed a harpoon and charged at the creature. The creature roared as he lunged at him, but John was able to dodge his attack, and he thrust the harpoon into the creature's side. The creature roared with pain. The creature thrashed about in the water, trying to free itself from the harpoon, while John swam away. But the creature was way too big, way too massive, and way too fast. It easily caught up with him. It grabbed him in his tentacles and dragged him into the water. John struggled to free himself, but the creature was way too strong. John knew that this was the end, but he refused to go down without a fight. He continued clawing and spearing at the creature, while its tentacles were wrapped around him, dragging him into the water. John took one last giant breath and got dragged down into the abyss and into the dark, dark ocean. Suddenly he felt the creature's grasp loosen. He opened his eyes and saw that the creature was no more. The harpoon had pierced its heart. John swam to the surface, gasping for air. He had survived, but he knew that he would never forget the night that he faced a sea monster. The story ends with John being rescued by another fishing boat. He was taken to a hospital where he was treated for all of his injuries. He made a full recovery, but he would never be the same again. This experience had left him traumatized and afraid. He would never go back to the sea. Stories like this should be written in a book. Fairy tales and folklore. Things that grandparents tell their grandchildren. Nighttime stories, right? But what if I told you it was all real? Nobody believes my story. Nobody believes me at all. But I was found off of the coast of North Carolina by a fisherman boat. My name is John. I love Paranormal Night Shift. I love all the stories that you tell here. And this one is mine. I was a fisherman for 20 years. I watched all my friends get devoured by some sort of sea monster. They found me off the coast. I spent 6 months in the hospital recovering. They found something wrapped around me, tentacle marks all over my body. I know my story sounds crazy and will probably never be told, but I just had to send it to you. Thank you for reading it. Well, John, here at Paranormal Night Shift, we're all about the stories. So thank you so much for sharing it with us. And tell me in the comments, we know more about the moon than we do our own oceans. Are there still things that lurk in the deep, that attack? So many boats go missing, so many stories of sunken boats and things like that. Are there still things that we don't know about?